Hear us?
Not yet.
It's a minute delay.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
Hey, YouTube. This is Geaux Rouge. I've got Helen.
You keep saying like you mute
I'm
yourself.
going to mute myself.
Oh no, he's turning the mic. He's a grandpa. He can't work his iPad.
Oh my goodness.
He's turning his volume on the iPad.
She's just like on a hate parade
I
today.
am on a hate parade.
Maybe it's the heat.
It's so wonderful to have you back, Helen.
No, I'm just
Helen
kidding.
Frink's in for the second segment. Well, she's going to co-host today. She's going to be doing For Frink's Sake. We're going to be talking about Chimes Street.
Why isn't it showing up?
It is showing up. It's right here.
Oh, it says 2 watching.
on the
I was
Geaux
looking at
Rouge
2 weeks.
YouTube, for the 4 of you that are watching.
Well, now it's 2.
And
I'm gonna
then
text-
Myra Richardson's the star of the show today.
She is. She's our hero.
I love how she throws shade about your inability to find what you're looking for, and then
As
asks
she
you for
says.
help in the next breath.
Well, I turned my volume off first.
Hold on.
In my defense.
I'm going to tag you on this. You do need to hit subscribe.
About 1 minute out, y'all.
All right.
Okie dokie. YouTube.
And I put up a quick description to get us up and running. I'll change that, edit it along the way.
Yeah, Myra Richardson.
Look at me, Myra.
And then, okay, cool.
Geaux Rouge show. Is Geaux Rouge like one word on YouTube or 2 words?
It's 2 words.
2 words. Hopping on
I found it.
radio.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, it sure has.
You need to find, if you wanted to, Wednesday, I need to find we'll talk. I can't talk about the topic legally I want to talk about because I'm not the right person to talk about it.
You need a
I
constitutional.
like
No.
how you always purposely say that you're not the right person for it.
I need a woman who does.
So smart.
But you're good to go, right?
What about Ashley
Yep.
Greenhouse? Won't she come back for it?
She will. I like Ashley a lot. I like Ronnie too.
Oh my God, look at this. All of y'all. But you move quick.
Yeah.
Did you share it already?
I'm posting on my Instagram story right now.
Wow.
By the way, your headshot.
I need one.
You do need a headshot. The beer one is great.
I love it.
It's Friday night. That means it's time for the Geaux Rouge radio show. This is your host, Franz Borkart. Brian Haldane's on Master Controls. June 24th means it's episode 116. Brian, how are you doing tonight?
I'm well. How are you?
I love it.
Wait,
that
you
you're
asked, like, literally the last hour I'm working before I completely peace out for vacation.
It could
You're
be the
asking me
last.
how I am.
It could be the last hour you're working, but it's the most important because it's the Geaux Rouge radio show.
I'm
now.
aware of that.
And look, I'm glad you're on vacation because that means that next Wednesday, Franz Borkart takes over Mornings with Brian Haldane. It becomes Mornings with Franz Borkart.
Look
I'm
out.
working on getting
No,
a
I know.
star-studded cast. Maybe I'll have Myra back on Wednesday morning.
Do it. Bring it. Yep.
Helen has a job. So if you're just now tuning in to the radio show, or if you're watching on YouTube, we got a great show lined up. We have Helen Frink as co-host this week. She's going to be also helping us with the second segment for Frink's Sake. But the first segment, we have Myra Richardson. Myra, you may know Myra from such organizations as Red Torch Consulting and the Baton Rouge Metropolitan Black Chamber of Commerce. We're going to have her on as well. It's going to be a lot of fun today. It's the weekend. It's the weekend right before the weekend. It's not quite the 4th of July. We're going to be taking a break next week for everybody.
Yeah.
We're going to be taking a break next weekend. We'll have Helen on again some other time. Helen just needs to take over the show, Brian. That's really where I am.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll work. We're negotiating.
We'll work out a package.
So before we start, though, we got to thank our show sponsors. These are the businesses that make the Geaux Rouge show possible. Dr. G, Dr. Gunja Reyna with MD VIP at Heal 360. I gotta keep it real. Check her out at www.drreyna.com. I gotta keep it real. I got my blood work and my weight numbers back. I've gained some weight, and
You've been out of town.
Totally. I've been out of town. I've been eating. Shout out to Supper Club.
What?
I have. She gave me the red butt, and so I'm back on the program. I'm working with her. She's tweaked some things. We're gonna get back to the glory that was skinny, albeit sickly looking Franz. You remember sickly looking Franz?
I do.
So Dr. G can help you look your best, not necessarily sickly, but give her a shout, www.drraina.com. La Divina Italian Cafe, serving select wines, ice cold beer, plus their exclusive sorbet mimosa. Went by there today, this morning. Fisher, my son, got some hot chocolate. I got a little bit of sugar-free latte.
Hot chocolate.
He wanted hot chocolate. 6-year-old
1,000 degrees outside.
Well, it was
We are all
at his
wearing.
summer camp. It is water day. Fridays is water day.
he's a little chilly.
He was balancing out stuff.
I got him.
And then last but not least, dare I say one of the most important sponsors of the Go Rouge radio show, the Borkart Law Firm. One of
We
the
know them. We
finest-
love them.
One of the finest criminal defense attorneys in the multiverse. That's my lemonade stand. Very grateful that I'm doing okay enough to sponsor a radio show. I never thought that was going to happen.
Well, you kind of know the host, so.
Yes.
Got an inroad.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're going to jump on in. By the way, before we do that, Myra, listen, if you've got some people that you think should be on the Go Rouge radio show, all you got to do is email me at info@gorouge.com and we'll put people on.
What?
And Helen
We
will
love
tell you,
having people.
it's literally that simple. Like Helen tells me all the time, you need to put this person on, and I
he's
put them on.
on.
So if you have somebody that you have in mind, definitely email us at info@gorouge.com. And then look, if you want to watch all the Go Rouge episodes on demand, you can go to our YouTube channel, the Go Rouge channel. I'll say that again, the Go Rouge channel. We're watching it. We are streaming live right now. All 4 people watching. It's actually more than 4. Thank you very much,
Yeah,
Helen
because I'm
Frank.
sure there's like families that have gathered to
Right.
watch
Well,
together.
Myra's kind of a big thing.
I know that she is. She's actually maybe the biggest thing, but she's
So-
in a small package.
So Myra is the CEO, the president, and founder of Red Torch Consulting. Also, she is the executive director of the Baton Rouge Metropolitan Black Chamber of Commerce. You know Myra, though, right?
I do know Myra.
How do you know Myra?
Well, working in the city, you can't go far. If you're making some impactful change and doing some real work, especially in the community, if you don't know Myra, I'm not sure what work you're doing. She's one of
So-
those people that
So
she's
Myra's
everywhere.
kind of a big deal, and I will give you credit because you know how Myra's on the show today.
Why is that?
I'm gonna drop the veil. I posted about you being on,
Oh, then
and
she
Myra
commented.
made a comment, and then I clicked on Myra.
Like, who is she?
And I kind of
Oh,
know who
okay,
she is, but I
okay.
was like, I haven't had her on the show.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
40 under 40 at the ripe
are
age
you
of
also
what
40
20?
under 40?
I'm the youngest
You and
40
I.
under 40
So
ever.
you and I share that. Were you
No, I'll
40?
get there.
You're-
I'm not
you're
nearly
super
40.
young.
Applications are open
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
we'll see.
Yes.
Nominations
Shout out
are
to the business
open.
report, Baton Rouge, Greater Baton Rouge Business Report. 40 under 40 applications are on. So you're
They're
one of the
open
young.
right now.
You are the youngest.
Yeah,
I got it.
23.
I was old as
Yeah.
F when we got. I was like 38, 39 when I got
Pushing it.
Like,
but you're
hey,
still
Not the
accomplished.
pushing it. It's been going down for you. I think it's like
I think Helen is a prime candidate. And
We'll
we need
see.
women.
Maybe next year.
We need women
I'm
like.
here for it. I'm gonna submit your application tonight.
Okay, great.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
I'll send you my message.
so Myra, let's start with Red Torch Consulting. What is Red Torch Consulting?
So it was 2020, and I had spent my time working in the Louisiana legislature. I worked for a few DC nonprofits that, focused on philanthropy and, taught about intentional giving. And I was more so in the marketing perspective because I was like, wow, some of these things just make sense to me. And I
Right.
just had a knack for it. And I was doing it for these large corporations under other people. So I was like, I'm going to open my own consulting firm.
Because that's what you do, right?
And that's what I do. And I hit my first 6 figures in like the first 2 months because I spent all of this time volunteering and working for free for so many people because I've been doing this work since I was 17. So.
I'm glad you're not doing it for free because a lot of people think that marketing is kind of a,
Yeah, it is really ghetto. It's very much so. It's scary. So for me, I just was monetizing a lot of those relationships, people who already believed in me, invested in me, and now I have an amazing clientele like the Louisiana Housing Corporation.
Awesome.
Mayor Broome, City of Baton Rouge is a great client. Focusing with cats, doing a lot of political campaigns, which is really where I started, was political campaigns initially. It wasn't corporations. It was leading campaigns for some of our city's best and brightest. So
that's a good segue into your job as the executive director of the Baton Rouge Metropolitan Black Chamber of Commerce. And I got to be honest with you, I was chatting with some business owners earlier today talking about how you're going to be on the show. And shamefully, some of them were like, wait, we have a Black Chamber of Commerce. And I'm like, you're probably not the only one not to know that we have a Baton Rouge Metropolitan Black Chamber of Commerce. So walk me through. You go from CEO, youngest 40 under 40, CEO of your own marketing PR company, Red Torch Consulting, and now you're like the executive director to a Chamber of Commerce.
It is a big jump for me. I've sat on a lot of boards like the Brick Finance Committee. So a lot of the boards and commissions that I sat on over the last few years, because I sit on 12 right now, and I just hopped off of one. And over the last few years, like I've taken all of those lessons learned, those relationships, and I was always supporting Black businesses in a very unique space and kind of elevating them and connecting them to contracts, bidding opportunities, and things of that nature. So it was a very natural transition for me privately, but publicly people were like, well, what is this? So the chamber had been established like maybe 20 years ago, and then it had became inactive. And then they restarted in 2018, but their leadership was sliding, and then pandemic time. So I came in January. Actually, they announced it on my birthday, so that was a great gift, you know. So I came in on January, and we had 35 less than that members. And in my first 3 weeks of leadership, we jumped to 339 members.
That is crazy.
So
Yeah.
you
That's
have
amazing.
You have over 300 investors.
339 businesses currently a part of the Baton Rouge Metropolitan Black Chamber of
So
Commerce.
walk me through how many different businesses is that?
So it's 339 individual business owners. That doesn't count like their employees. That doesn't count any
So
of their.
so when we say
individual
members, that's businesses.
Yeah, that is businesses that have registered or in a part of the chamber. That's not duplicate businesses. Like I'm an owner and I have 4 different businesses. That's individual owners. So we counted their duplicate businesses. Then it'll probably be closer to 400 because some of them do have multiple businesses. But for me, like largely it was about representation and opportunity and access. Personally, I grew up in 7805. I grew up off of Plank Road in a community called Dixie. So for me, it was always very transformative to have opportunities and mentorship because I think that was most catalytic in my life and why I am the leader that I am today. So I want those same opportunities for young professionals and for our upcoming leaders. And that means that we have to be, I think, more creative than just saying it's protesting or more creative than just saying it's politics. For me, it's economic opportunity.
So, okay. I always ask the question because I know the answer to this one, but I want you to say it out loud. When I was a newer business, when my law firm was a newer business, I joined the Baton Rouge Chamber of Commerce, and everybody was like, why are you joining the Baton Rouge Chamber of Commerce? How many criminal defense attorneys are in that chamber? And I said, I'm the only one as far as I know, which makes me happy because I'm the only one who's a member. Why would someone join your chamber?
So our chamber does a very specific set of skills. We offer professional development opportunities. So that means connecting to programming with the SBA, with FEMA, with the Disadvantaged Business Administration, like LED. There's all of these organizations that are providing certification programs, that are providing different things that make your business more lucrative, and those things are offered through our organization. We also have opportunities for networking, so inter-networking with other business owners, because what I've noticed is that some of them have realized that, hey, we're in the same market. That's an opportunity to collaborate. What if we were group ordering something to drive the cost down and, you know, kind of eliminate the shipping problem we're
Safety
having?
in numbers, baby.
Right. So there are so many different opportunities besides certifications, besides professional development in those relationships. They're getting access to opportunities they historically would have never have gotten because they are like now getting direct emails daily about, hey, this LED just opened up this opportunity, or at the end of the year, we're going to see a windfall of opportunities with the infrastructure bill. So we're getting all of our contractors ready right now saying, hey, you need to get this certification, you need to get these things so that you can be prepared for these $1 million contracts at the end of the year, because we know Louisiana is primed to win. So how are we making sure that everybody has a piece of that pie?
So my question is going to be asked a few times while you're on. If I were a Black business owner and I wanted to join the chamber, how would I do that? Where would I go?
So you can do 2 things. You can visit us on Instagram, which is probably very active. Before I joined, they had like 6 members. Now they have close to like 1,400 or 1,500. And that's at our acronym, which is BRMBCC. And our website is brmbcc.org. So if you look up the Baton Rouge Metropolitan Black Chamber of Commerce on Google, will pop up, and there's a join tab. You can see our current events because we have one next week. And it's always very updated because I personally made my consulting firm take like staff members off to make sure the marketing for this was really good. So I'm very, very committed to making sure that people do know about this organization. And I've been seeing amazing results from partnerships with our mayor's office, with BRPD, with our school system, with LED, with SBA, people who have historically never even partnered with this organization because it just wasn't as consistent, but now they're a part of it and they want to, you know, support it. Even ExxonMobil, who is now the host of our office space off of Scenic Highway. So Exxon donated our current office space, which they previously didn't have one, but now through corporate partnerships with them, through AT&T and several other partners that I've enticed to come on over, we're seeing amazing things happening. So I'm very excited about that. So again, shout out to ExxonMobil too.
So Helen, you know Myra.
I know Myra well.
Okay. So
My sister in arms.
I knew Helen in her wilder days. Before
Hold on.
Tell me more, Myra.
She means my pre-government days when I was
Pre-government
a woman
days.
of the
of the streets. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say the streets.
Advocacy.
The streets of protest, I would say.
Yes,
I'm not going to name the street that both Helen and I live on, but if I named the street, it would. Never mind. So okay, so here's my thing. Where I like to see how people and entities fit together and how they're bettering Baton Rouge. So from your perspective, talk to me a little bit about where you've seen the Baton Rouge Metropolitan Black Chamber of Commerce integrate into what's going on in Baton Rouge and be a voice of what's going on.
One of the coolest things that I've seen and where I've seen the visibility of the organization really blow up is it's an organization that's uniting Black leaders across all platforms. So I've been seeing people that I've known growing up, like maybe a Trey Nelson who I've known for many years, or an elected official like Ted James. They're all speaking out to represent the chamber, which is such a cool and amazing opportunity because you need sort of a rallying point, especially for Black businesses in Baton Rouge, because like you said, there's a lot of opportunities out there that folks who are maybe fourth generation family owned businesses are very familiar with, and maybe a first generation business doesn't have the same opportunities to. So a lot of it is awareness and education, but if you don't even know it's out there, it's hard to even engage. So Myra and her team have done an incredible job because her and I are very similar in that I think we see a lot of the cogs and the wheels and think, oh, well, I know this one and I know this one, and what if these plug in together? And she definitely serves as a rallying point of someone that people trust and can bring in.
And I think, just to Helen's point, one of the bigger wins I think of my career, and specifically leading this chamber, is that I think personally that Baton Rouge, we always get said there's nothing going on, or that we don't have this or we don't have that. I think we have amazing resources. Our restaurant scene is popping right now, but the thing is people just know it's really access to information. So through the chamber, I wanted to start highlighting a lot of the community efforts that not just Black people, anybody could be using these resources, and that's how we're all winning, is by being a voice for anybody who wanted to use these things.
So Brian, you look like you wanted to ask a question.
Well, because Helen mentioned about the cogs in the wheel, how do you keep all the wheels moving in the same direction? Because the Baton Rouge Area Chamber has a whole division of this. Daryl Johnson's, this is Daryl Johnson's gig, to be sure. Are you rowing in the same direction with him, or is it?
That is a great question. So Daryl is actually on our board, actually. So and Daryl actually, prior to him getting his job, I sat with Brack and help them do kind of their COVID recovery plan and talk just a little bit about how they were going to help minority-owned businesses. And from those discussions, as well as a lot of pushes from the our community leaders and our politicians, I'm very grateful to them, especially Myra Broom. They created Daryl's position, and then Daryl was like, one day, actually, he was the one that told me, he was like, maybe you should go lead the chamber. And I was like, because I think he understood the power of ecosystems, right? We need really strong players. And I think Baton Rouge is actually entering into a renaissance right now for our arts and culture scene, from our political scene, from just even our food scene. So I think we need all of those players to be aligning right now. And I'm definitely, I think that I'm just grateful to play a part in that. And Adam has been an amazing mentor and friend to me even before becoming the executive director, and has always supported and helped whatever aspiration and vision I had. So I'm just grateful for all of those relationships.
So one of the things that saddens me is I love the fact that we have a Black Restaurant Week, right?
Right.
I mean, it's something that I like the fact that it exposes people to restaurants they may not ever have known, or either one, African American owned, or two, hey, this is a restaurant I never heard of before. But what also saddens me about that is when we think of Black-owned businesses, a lot of folks only think of that.
Right.
And that's the way Baton Rouge celebrates Black-owned businesses, but that's not, in fact, the case. And what I also like, what I personally like, is when I discover, because it's on me, right? It's on me. When I discover, hey, this is a great business that I really love, and by the way, it's Black-owned. And that's fantastic, And it's not always a geographical thing. It's not always... To me, it's all, like you guys alluded to it earlier, it's about awareness and an opportunity to go to a website and say, okay, I can get information and this is what's going on. Again, where would I go?
If anybody wanted to learn more about the chamber or wanted to join the chamber, you can visit brmbcc.org or just Google the Baton Rouge Metropolitan Black Chamber of Commerce.
Love it. Love it. So what you guys got going on these days?
We've had an amazing season in this last 6 months. We have hosted over 19 community events, from a community bike ride downtown with Go Ride. We partner with our EBR school system to host a job fair, which held over 500 high school students and connected them directly to resources and job opportunities. Because a big thing that I want to tackle as a young leader is saying, like, our brain drain is probably one of the biggest problems in Baton Rouge. So that was something that we were able to contribute to, as well as several other programmatic services and workshops to help business owners leverage some of these resources that we have locally, as well as funding and other opportunities.
One of the youngest 40 under 40s. Helen.
The youngest.
The youngest.
Underline.
I'm gonna say the. Well, it's tricky because until they pick someone.
Well, yeah, for now, but
Well,
she's
right
gonna
now,
hold the title
yeah,
and the
it's like
crown.
5 years right now.
I wasn't a criminal defense attorney when I was 18.
Yeah,
But
well,
hey,
never say never.
I think I'm the only criminal defense attorney they've ever selected. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Maybe not.
Criminal, like solely criminal defense attorney?
I basically, so for the most part, I do mostly criminal defense with my law firm. See, I'm making it about me
A
now.
plug.
And then
Shameless
I
plug.
was doing some civil rights work, generally police brutality and police misconduct cases, and now it's more just criminal defense.
Right.
But look, if you're just now tuning in, we're about to hit our first break. You've been listening to Myra Richardson with. She is the CEO of the Red Torch Consulting, as well as the executive director of the Baton Rouge Metropolitan Black Chamber of Commerce. Helen?
I have a question for Myra.
Sure, go for it.
I was thinking of some Black business leaders that I know personally, like the Anthony Kimballs, the Jason Hughes, who are like the Myra Richardsons of Black business in Baton Rouge right now. Like, who's up and coming that we need to be looking out for?
I think there are a lot of dope entrepreneurs, and not even just here in Baton Rouge. I think we need to be looking at a regional perspective. There's Morgan Walker, who's in New Orleans, she's around my age. She started an organization called Bike and Vote, and is basically like
I've heard of
increasing
that.
voting advocacy, and they bike to the polls. But she also just opened a daiquiri shop, and she's like under 30. She's like 25, I think. There's Anthony Kenny, who is one of my close peers. He started a professional development company where he's doing a lot of workshops, especially with young leaders. There are so many amazing people in the capital city. I think just follow the chamber, and we're highlighting them regularly.
I feel like we're not doing enough.
What do you mean?
I feel like you and I can do more. I talked to Myra, and I'm like, man, my game. I mean, yeah, I'm doing the law firm. Yeah, I'm doing the radio show. Yeah,
Helen's
I
about
do.
to win 40 under 40 this year.
Dude, we need.
We'll see.
Let me tell you,
Brian, are you gonna
Helen
for her?
If I
Frink.
could do what?
submit Helen for 40 under 40
Helen
this
Frink
year?
winning 40
Don't
under
you have
40.
to have been in 40 under 40?
Anybody can nominate somebody for 40 and 40.
Correct.
Helen, you can nominate yourself. Her mom a cat can nominate her. Anybody?
A cat.
Yeah.
I'll have Benji, my dog.
Yeah.
So it is a cool honor and distinction, and I enjoyed the pageantry. It used to
You enjoyed the pageantry?
It used to be that you got to drive a Mercedes Benz.
That's still
I did not get to drive a Mercedes.
that was still
yet.
true 2 years ago.
That was true last year. Like Courtney,
Yeah.
they got to do it.
Yeah. She
I
drove
think
a
they
really
just
nice
didn't do
one,
it.
too.
Yeah, I think they just didn't start rolling it out yet.
So we're about to hit our first break. You've been listening to the Geaux Rouge radio show. We got Myra Richardson on, along with co-host Helen Frink. Helen's going to be up in the second half of the show for her segment, her recurring segment. For Frank's sake,
For Frank's sake.
we're going to be talking about the Chime Street. We go from Black Chamber of Commerce to the Chime
I'm
Street.
gonna draw a through line too.
I know you are. So we're going to take our first break. If you've been listening, you want to hear more, www.geauxrouge.com. This is your host, Franz Borkart, Brian Haldane. Always appreciate you being on Master Controls. We will be right back. Microphone's still hot, or we're going to go cold for a second?
No, you're good.
All right.
Whew.
Amazing.
Don't comment, but yeah. Wow.
All right.
So now we're on pause?
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're live on YouTube still. I've got this down.
I love you, Myra.
I know you should. Do you follow her on Instagram?
I don't.
That's what you should do. Kinda.
It's a lot of garbage. So long story made short, Myra, you're always welcome on the show, and if you can think of anybody that we should go put on,
Anthony Kimball does amazing things.
Anthony Kimball was referenced in one of the
No, that's
comments.
Anthony Kenny. Two different people.
Wait, so that was Anthony Kimball.
Oh, I saw
It says
Kenny.
Kimball. I would definitely have Anthony
Kimball is
Kimball.
amazing.
Yes.
We are U High graduates. Go Cubs.
You went to U High?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, nice. I went to
Catholic.
I was a public school kid. I went to Westdale Elementary before it was
That's not what he
Magnet.
asked. That's not what he asked.
And then I went to McKinley Middle Magnet and shout out. And
you
then
went to Catholic.
and then I went to Catholic High for high school.
Go Bears.
I think that was what she was waiting for.
I was. I mean, when someone asked in Louisiana, where'd you go?
I'm not from. I went to St. Paul's.
You're not from here?
He's from the North Shore.
What?
West St. Tammany.
It's like your voice even changed as you all the time there.
No, you should follow Myra on Instagram though. She's the hustle queen.
I do have her.
You have
I
her?
follow her on Insta.
Oh, I didn't even really read it. I just read the Anthony Kimball thing. Oh yeah.
That's the first. To be fair,
You know-
to be honorary for you. This is the first
First
time
hate comment.
we've had the first person who.
That's what I'm saying. Like you clearly have a big fan.
I gotta
I
say
think-
though, I gotta say Helen's been on a few times and I've never seen.
I know. I don't.
I'm surprised.
I don't get people. I tried it really hard with the Tiger Stadium comment. Didn't even get any haters then. So I'm just not interesting enough. You're very interesting.
Well, someone actually asked me today, "Hey, are you going to have Baton Rouge Sucks on?" And I was like, "Well, actually, I've had them on the show before."
Have you
so-
really?
Yeah, I think there's room for parody.
Yeah.
What about is that the politics people? The one that's pink? Louisiana Broad? Have you had Louisiana
Oh,
Broad
that's a
on?
good one.
Yeah,
That's a
we
good
have
one.
Louisiana Broad. They're really good.
I'd be reposting them. It's like Maggie somewhere or other. I think. is
Look,
her
I got to
name.
fill an hour a week. I'm willing to put anybody on.
Anybody. Well,
Yeah,
you
for
know,
the
I can
most
talk
part.
for an hour.
So, whenever you're ready, sir.
Am I still here?
You're good.
Oh, you can leave if you'd like, or you can stick around.
No, I have.
Yeah, you know.
You got life.
She's got 3 more places to be.
Myra, thank you so much.
Good.
Hey, you want to take a picture
Dinner
with us before we
soon.
leave? Hey, can you take a picture for us, Brian?
Yeah, but
On-
let me use your phone because my phone is shit.
Oh,
I need a new
language, Fisher.
It's YouTube.
Yeah.
That's what YouTube's for. A
We'll let you do the
boomerang.
boomerang.
I'll do the boomerang next.
Oh yeah, look, there you go, right in the middle.
Yeah, that was bunny ears for just a second. Let me get one centered so that I had to go yell centered with Geaux Rouge. All right. Vertical.
This is their pre-vacation flicks.
Yep. Where are you going?
He's gonna take the boomerang.
On vacation.
So how does one do a boomerang?
You just like move a little.
Your shoulders. I think that's gonna make your views go up like right there.
Probably so.
For the youths.
Well, thank
know,
you guys.
You follow Brian on TikTok? Brian's one of my favorite follows on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm
He's
not on it
funny.
nearly enough. Oh, snap.
He's funny on the TikTok. Oh.
I'm not nearly active enough, but I'm on it.
Okay, I'm gonna
He gets me. Sometimes I don't realize it's him, and then when I realize, I laugh, and then I realize it's him. I'm like, oh my god, hey Brian.
I need to be on TikTok more. I'm not
What would
there.
you post on TikTok?
Core TV.
Oh yeah, Mr. Court TV, if famous.
What, you know
Buddy
you're
girl.
impressed. You know you're impressed.
I'm not.
Just totally not.
Are they paying you?
Coming back.
Why are you gonna ask me tacky
That's what I'm
questions
saying.
like that? I should get paid.
That's what I'm saying. I'm in agreement.
You would just be my agent.
Yeah.
My agent. Give you a cut. Welcome back to the second segment of the Geaux Rouge Radio Show. This is your host, Franz Borkhardt. If you're in the car listening on the radio or if you're watching on the YouTube Geaux Rouge channel, welcome back. This is episode 116. Master Controls is Brian Haldane, who is doing us a steady. He's about to go on vacay. Are you doing anything? Are you doing any vacation fun things for 4th of July?
Oh yeah, I'll be flying to Austin, Texas.
So that's the sweet, beautiful voice of Helen Frink, who's
She's a little raspy today.
You're a little
Just
raspy?
got back from Bonnaroo.
you know I've never been to Austin, Texas.
Well, I've been. This will be my 7th time. This
So
year.
so real fast
Come
before we
through
jump
sometime.
into your segment, if I wanted to do Austin for a weekend, Thursday to Sunday.
That's a lot.
So maybe Friday to Sunday? Because you can drive there, right?
You can drive there 6 hours. I do it often.
Okay.
I'm flying this time.
So
though.
is that going to be an expensive price tag a long weekend there, or is it
No, it's honestly not too bad. I mean, I
do you
don't.
Airbnb it? Do you hotel? What do you
No,
do?
I stay with a friend.
Oh, I bet you do. Okay. So that being said, we're going to come back to that before we jump into for
I
Frank's
primed you
sake.
up for that one. I knew it was coming.
Yeah, you knew that. So before we jump into Helen's segment, for Frank's sake, let's thank our show sponsors. These are the folks that make the Geaux Rouge Show possible. The Borkhardt Law Firm, that's my criminal defense firm. La Divina Italian Cafe, open every day with your custom made from scratch breakfast this weekend.
Not from scraps.
Not from scraps, scratch breakfast. And by the way, their brunch a lot of people like that other brunch place next door. I go La Divina all day long.
I need to try it.
It is one of the best brunches.
That's
in Baton
mine.
Rouge.
I'm making mental notes.
Sorbet mimosa.
Love to see it.
Sorbet mimosas. And then last but not least, Dr. G, Dr. Gunja Reyna with MD VIP at Heal 360, www.drreyna.com. You know, she's shy, Brian. I try to get her on the show. She's been on a few times, but she doesn't really like the radio thing. That's not her thing.
I was going to say, it's been a minute.
I need to get, and she's so much fun. I mean, when she's not yelling at me for not doing healthy things.
I'm sure she's not
fun
yelling.
when
I'm sure
she
she's
is
fussing.
yelling at you.
Yeah, exactly. We love when we yell at Franz.
Okay. So, last, before we jump into Helen, because this show's all about Helen.
I love when things are about me.
I know you do. You like me in that respect.
Yes, we have that in common.
If you have a show idea, if you're watching and you're like, hey, you need to have this person on or you need to have this person on, email us at email us at info@geauxrouge.com, info@geauxrouge.com. If you're in the comments and you have a show idea, please, 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 please recommend it. We do definitely appreciate it. So, Helen, welcome back to the Geaux Rouge show.
I'm so happy to be here.
I'm glad that you're here, too.
The fans have been asking.
I am ready. We're negotiating. You need to have your agent talk to my agent, Brian Haldane.
Yeah.
Brian's technically not my agent, but we need to have you on the show. And look, you have a wonderful life. You're young.
I do have a wonderful life. I have the most wonderful life.
And look, the other side of it is, you know, we record at 6 o'clock on a Friday,
yeah,
which is
a little tough for
a
very happening young person
So
like me.
tell me, what would be a perfect time for you to record?
Record it on a Friday?
Yeah.
Any other time.
So
in the morning, the afternoon.
So the problem with mornings for me is I'm a lawyer full time.
Yeah.
And I have court sometimes. And then the problem is like 5 o'clock is the Jada Cody show.
Yeah.
Jade starts his show at what time, Brian?
He's 4 to 6.
4 to 6. So I'd have to almost slide in here. I could do before. I could warm up.
Why don't you do like
Jay.
a lunch? I could do a lunch.
That'd be interesting.
Come on my lunch hour. I get an hour lunch break every single day.
What if we
now.
turned the Geaux Rouge show into a lunch show and we fed you guys?
Oh my God, incredible. And we can talk about it.
Would you be okay with that?
Okay, that I would show up for. Every Friday. Well, every Friday that I'm not taking off.
So speaking of food,
I love
I
food.
recently, and last week we had on the show the folks behind Brickyard and now Soul Glow. Or Soul Shine. Soul Shine.
Even I knew that.
Soul Glow is from the movie Coming to America. Soul Shine is the new bar restaurant on Chime Street. I went to their friends.
Is it open yet?
I went to their friends and family. It's opening soon.
Flex.
Yeah, it was a flex. I got to try a whole bunch of their menu stuff. It was so delicious. But while I was sitting there, I saw Chuck P. I saw Jada Cody. I saw a whole bunch of people we know.
The food people.
And I thought, look at what's going on at Chime Street right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I mean, if you think about it, Chime Street is, dare I say, in a renaissance. Is that too far?
I really hope so.
Yeah.
I don't know that it is because I feel like so many things have come up and then gone
So
down.
let's go one end to the other. So we have the LSU clothing store, Bengal Bandits, right?
You're not even going far enough down.
Well, what's past that?
Like Inga's.
Well, that's on the other side. So we have
you're
Murphy on the other
starting
side.
at Chimes?
Well, then why wouldn't you start at the Chimes?
Yeah, that's what I thought. You must be coming this way.
Chimes is on one end.
Which is amazing with their rooftop.
Right, rooftop bar, great. We're going to talk about that. We're going to come back to that. So you cross the street, we have a LSU apparel store.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Highland Coffee. How long has Highland Coffee been there? Forever.
Yeah.
I went to...
They're older school than you would think.
And the thing I like about them is they had the opportunity at some point to make expand, make money, sell out, whatever.
Couldn't endorse it enough.
Great coffee shop right off of campus. Next to them, you have what? The cookie. You have Insomnia.
You skipped City Slice.
I'm going to get to City Slice.
Is next door and then Insomnia.
Okay, so City Slice, great pizzas. Occasionally they have tacos.
They have a really good happy hour.
They have games. They have trivia sometimes.
Yes, and they have pool.
They have pool, and I love it.
I like their bartenders.
Are they good to you?
They're nice.
All right, so what makes for a good bar? I don't drink anymore, so I don't.
Yeah.
What makes a good bartender now?
Well, usually they're my friends. That's a good plus.
So they kind of slide you a little.
No, not even that.
Not to get somebody fired,
no,
Helen.
that's not true. I wish I tip my friends a ridiculous amount of money. I'm overpaying.
So we have City Slice pizza, and then also they have some really good chicken wings there. Really good.
Have I had their chicken wings? They're great for like a game day margarita.
Sure.
And a slice to go. Woo-wee.
And that's the good thing I like about them is you can get one slice.
By the slice.
Or you can get the giant pizza.
By the slice.
Fisher Borkart, my son Fisher is a huge fan of City Slice. They do deliver. We have Insomnia cookies.
Love Insomnia. They also deliver. My only complaint about Insomnia is sometimes they don't have as advertised cookies for sale. I'll just throw that out there. It's kind of like Popeyes being out of fried chicken.
I was gonna say You went to Insomnia Cookies and they
Well,
were out of cookies?
certain cookies.
Their employee base,
Certain
I will
cookies.
say, is probably not the most commendable.
Okay, fair enough. But it's delicious cookies. I'm not hating on Insomnia Cookies.
No.
Okay, so next to that,
Is that where
we're just keep going down. What else do we have down there?
I'm looking on the
She's
maps.
looking. Well, I do know that we have.
Where is Soulshine opening? Where was it?
So
No.
it's right around there.
What did it used to be?
It's going to be. I think it used to be Slinkies, maybe.
Is it the Chinese place?
It's been a lot of different things, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna hold that thought.
Okay.
We're gonna go back to the then. We're talking about it now.
Oh yeah.
So we have Soulshine opening up. It's a 70s
You missed
theme.
the best part of Chimes.
What's that?
Inga subs,
right?
best.
We used to have Greek there, but it's no Greek anymore.
I like Ingas. Sorry.
Rock paper taco.
Never done. I never even
Oh,
heard
one
of
the-
it.
Okay, so we love government taco on this
I
show.
thought they were on Perkins.
No. It's also on Chime Street. Great dessert. One of the best desserts in Baton Rouge right now. I'm going to say
Really?
that again. One of the best desserts
At
in
Rock
Baton Rouge.
Paper Taco on Chimes.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'll go.
You're
got me.
welcome. So we have Inga's, and then we're going to have Murphy's opening up soon.
Okay, so this is a bar that used to be.
It
We're
used
going to
to be
get
a
there. Am I
thing.
jumping the gun?
No. It used to be a thing. So Murphy's used to be on. Would we say it was on State Street?
It was on State Street in
But
an
kind
old
of-
school like shopping center that had to be torn down because
near Chelsea's too, right?
So Chelsea's was over there, yes.
Oh, I didn't realize Chelsea had multiple locations.
Well,
Yeah, but there
this
was like
the
there was
Chelsea's.
Yeah.
like a grocery store like Del Champs or something like that. I don't remember.
okay.
National Canal Villa. I don't remember what the grocery store it was. I think it was Del
Yeah.
Champs, but or A&P or something like
Yeah,
that.
I'm going to be saying this about Reggie's one day. Like, yeah, and then Reggie's was there.
So for those who don't know, Chelsea's. We're going to come back to that. We need to go. We need to do a
I have not
downtown.
been.
Can we do our next episode be about downtown?
Downtown.
Spots.
Yeah. Would you count? I guess that's downtown.
Chelsea's is downtown now, right?
Yeah.
It's a
I
music
guess.
venue
It's
and
like
bar.
it's like the fringes.
Now, here's the thing. You and I are lucky because we live in Mid-City.
Yeah.
Not telling everybody where we live.
No.
But we live in Mid-City within a short distance. I don't want to say where.
No.
With a place that has the old Chelsea food menu on it. That's
Love
the
it so
brewery.
much.
What's the name of the brewery?
Mid City Beer Garden.
Have you been there?
It is my favorite.
So
That's where
that is Chelsea's old food menu.
Okay.
you
so
can get the grilled cheese and the tomato soup.
Okay.
So she knows
The,
about that.
the pesto salad is extremely good.
I remember when Chelsea's was under the overpass. That's another
See,
conversation.
so do I. I'm been around.
So we have now. What we have now is now. Look, we've always had good. In my mind, we had good food at Chime Street. We've always had the Chimes. The Chimes has evolved in the sense that it used to be one little room. Now it's like
a whole
ground floor,
entity.
the rooftop. And by the way, if you ever Baton Rouge hack, you're welcome. If you ever want to have a small, intimate event, Chimes basement.
You've mentioned that before, I think, and I've
Yes,
heard
I've
of
had-
an engagement party that happened there, but I've never been in
I've
there.
been to an engagement party there. I've been to a rehearsal dinner there. I've been to
That means
private
there are
parties.
3 stories.
Dude, well, first of all, you get the service, you
Love,
get good
immaculate.
service, and
They've
then
been
you
a great
have the
staff.
Good Chimes food,
Dependable.
and it's your space. So,
Amazing.
and then they have the great bar. Do they still do around the world at Chimes?
No, I think.
Oh,
that's-
I don't know.
I think that's
I'm
over.
long
That's
since
frowned
walked
upon.
out of that.
No, I
game.
think it's over.
Okay,
They just have their plaques still on the wall.
so
but-
so for me, I have killed, especially when I do legal stuff on LSU's campus. I kill a lot of time at Highland Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, the best part about Highland Coffee, I'm old. I'm an old dude. You're young.
Ancient.
You're
I'm
young.
so
You got the
young and
entire
youthful.
life in front of you. You are. I, at 43 years old, can walk into Highland Coffee and feel comfortable
Yeah.
because you have the faculty there, you have
Yeah.
the students there, grad students. It's so I love Highland
It's
Coffee.
an every man's coffee
Okay.
shop.
Okay, so here's the thing. You know what's the saying, Brian? The rising tide
Lifts all ships.
Right. So having good businesses on Chime Street. Now, look, I'm not saying that we didn't have good businesses before. Slinkies. I loved Slinkies.
You keep saying Slinkies, like anyone. I guess people who listen, maybe know
your
who that
age
is,
group
but not
wouldn't
me.
appreciate. What were the other
This-
places on
That was like
Chime Street?
the Tigerland of.
They used to have a really good Chinese place there. Was it China King? Oh man, it was like one. Yeah. No. Who's FaceTiming you? Yeah, Helen's sister is FaceTiming her while the radio. I dare you to do it. Yeah, turn the volume off. So they used to have really good Chinese. There was an Arzy's there. So that was
I
back
remember
before our Greek game
Yeah.
was like on point.
Get me to the 2 best ones though.
What's that?
You'll get there.
What have I
Keep
le-
going.
what
No,
have I
keep
left
going.
out?
Oh, I'm going to explode. When
How
you
long
get
has Raoul's been there?
Ingus has been there forever.
It has been.
So what am I leaving out?
Oh.
Louis was technically on State Street.
Right.
Louis, we
was
love.
technically on State Street.
McDonald's Used to be on State Street.
No.
I'm having a brain moment
Okay,
here.
what was below Arzy's?
What was below Arzy's?
Hang on. Let's move up the street a little bit. Spanish Moon.
Oh, yeah. Soul food restaurant.
Was
How about
over
Spanish
there?
Moon? Yeah. Oh.
Oh, crazy.
So do you think it was coincidence that they're opening up Soul Shine?
No,
Near
I
that
don't
same
think
area?
it's coincidence at all.
Okay.
I think it's smart. It's
Dude, I
primed
got to tell
for
you,
it.
Danny and the crew over there, the food there, we had red beans and rice, collard greens, we had fried pork chop, we had, the cornbread. I don't know how you feel about good cornbread.
Okay, so is it like you can tell they put molasses in it kind of cornbread?
No,
or
it was like, it had like peppers, and it was
Oh,
busy.
interesting.
It was busy. They had a meatloaf sliders. The mac and cheese. Okay, I'm a
mac and cheese connoisseur.
I don't know if you knew
am
this about
too.
Franz Borker or not.
I'm
I once
that.
threw a mac and cheese festival. Shout
That
out
was
to
you?
I threw 2 Cap City mac and cheese festivals.
I did not know
Hang
that.
on. Let me mark this down. Okay, that's 11 straight episodes that you've mentioned now.
I've never heard
so
that.
I did it before. I did it because I wanted to do it before New Orleans had one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the
And that's
first one
the
I
only
did
one
was
you
at Curbside, and it was a mistake because it was in summertime, and it was
Ooh,
hot.
Yeah.
The second one I did was in the cool of March. Did you go to that one? It was at Perkins Row. It
No,
was
I only
beautiful.
did Wingamania.
Oh, Wingamania.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to talk about Wingamania. I'm having a meeting about Wingamania next week.
Where are the best wings in Baton Rouge?
Oh.
Chow Yum Fat was the one that won. And
Ooh, I bet.
Chow
this
Yum-
was pre-COVID, and I still remember these wings. Like, that's how
that's
good
like
they were.
it's
Yeah.
following
tough.
you.
So we're gonna go back to Chime Street.
Yeah,
I know we have a
sorry.
little bit about time, but it's tough to compete with the Asian wings and their flavors.
It's
the
so
sweet,
true.
spicy, and all that. But City Slice has some of the best wings in Baton Rouge. That's Stephen Hightower's spot and that restaurant group. I'm telling you.
I believe I'm gonna go maybe get some after this. Honestly, my mom just canceled dinner plans on me.
I'm
so
sorry.
It's okay.
Where were we all supposed to eat?
She's gonna make me turkey burgers. My favorite.
Turkey burgers is your favorite?
My mom's turkey burgers. She could open a restaurant just for turkey burgers, and I think it would go off because it is. There's so much going on here.
So it's okay.
They're so good. Her turkey and I've tried to find turkey burgers elsewhere. I go to Burger Smith and eat their turkey burgers, which I really
so
love.
the
but
irony of Chimes.
God, it's so good.
For me, in 1997, that's how old I am. In 1997, I was a freshman at LSU, and I
was
remember
3,
walking
for the
to
record.
Chimes for the first time, and I thought,
This is it.
this is so gross. Why would anybody want to eat here? This is a whole yada yada yada.
That's the best kind of place.
3 years later, I was spending in a 24-hour day. On any given day of the week, I was spending at least 12 hours in the Chimes. And then in don't even get me started about law school. Law school at
That's
LSU Law
impressive.
School, I was spending a lot of time in Chimes.
It's
Yes,
walking
sir.
distance. You better be there.
Quarter oysters.
The other end of Chime Street
And they
was
still
where
do that.
I got fat.
Where's that?
Well, first of all,
Oh, yeah.
you got to mention Gaddy's.
Oh,
Mr. Gaddy's. I had
Mr. Gaddy's is on Chime Street, right?
Right. Well, it's on the turn.
But
so
the
it's not-
buffet.
right.
I had
Come
my
on, we got to
birthday
see-
there in 6th grade.
So
Fair enough.
what's going to happen with that space? Nukes. I
Nukes
guess
is there.
done.
Oh, are they
Nukes
done?
is nuked.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
but that's a prime restaurant spot.
Yeah.
Is it? I think it's kind of
Well, Louis moved, and Louis has been
Wendy's,
doing.
yeah.
Well, Wendy's was there, but Louis is now on. I guess it's either
What
on
is
Chimes
that?
or.
Is there a name for that street? Because it's only like half a block long.
So some people were telling me that Louis is not open 24/7 anymore.
No, it's a crime against humanity, and I want to speak with whoever's in charge about
Well,
it.
so the
It's
whole
traumatizing.
spiel, the whole stick about
They
Louis
never
was is that
close.
they never closed,
They're like
and it was
ice storm,
perfect
open
hangover
bomb
food.
threat.
right.
It was hangover food, right?
Yeah, or hammered
Now
food,
you couldn't get the
Yeah.
biscuits 24/7.
which is allowable and understandable.
No, but you'd close down the
No,
varsity.
even right now, Louis is closed right now as we speak.
Jerks.
That's what I'm not going to call them jerks. I just want to know what's going on.
She's not willing to go
Who
that
do
far.
I need to speak with? Lake Street.
Lake Street. So that half a block street has a name.
So okay, so
And
here's
there's no lake on it.
So here's the question. It is 2022. I don't drink anymore. So where is your age bracket hanging out to drink and going
To
to
drink?
bars? To go to bars.
I love Mid-City Beer Garden.
Okay.
And then once I've like really drank as many garden plumas as my bank account can afford, I will then retreat to Ivar's.
Okay. So Ivar's is still one of your staples.
You love Ivar's. I was just there last
Okay,
weekend
so-
for my birthday.
so let's talk-
Happy birthday to me. Thank
Let's
you.
talk. Happy birthday. Let's talk college kids.
Well,
Go
I
ahead.
was going to say, before we leave old school Chime Street, there is still one more name that is yet to be mentioned. Underneath that Greek and Lebanese restaurant was the original Rocco's.
Juicy.
No, not Raoul's.
That's Raoul's.
No, Rocco.
What was
Rocco?
Roll
Rocco?
and Stop Po' Boys. He's over
Yeah,
at
now they're on
Drusilla
Drusilla now. Apparently
Is it
some of
the
the
same?
best.
The
Yeah.
Is it the
original.
same?
Huh?
Is it feel the same?
Yes.
They also support. Mercy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Troy. We coached basketball together for 3 years.
Oh, that's cute.
Wait, my son on that basketball?
No. My oldest and his daughter were on the
Brian
same team.
coaches my son Fisher. He's got
I love
talent.
that so much.
He's got talent.
He does.
We got to develop it a little bit, but
He does.
He's got gumption.
Okay, so here's the thing. College kids. Are college kids going to support Chime Street?
Yeah, because they're already at the Rev.
Okay, so they're already there. They're already doing their thing. Are non-college kids, are people like me or Brian going to go and eat at Soulshine? We may get lunch there, and if they deliver...
The parking is so challenging.
Well, but a lot of those places, the taco spot, Soulshine, they have parking behind their businesses.
There's just that one little strip by Subway, though.
Is Subway even still a thing?
I'm
Is Subway
sure.
still
Does
open?
Subway ever go under? I don't think that's possible.
Well, even if it's not, the other side of that, with everything they've got over there...
Is Subway,
Chimes
like the hobo? Is like the hobo Jimmy John's now?
Isn't that what it always was? No, but okay, so Chimes did expand their parking lot significantly, which I think will probably benefit, but I think it's supposed to be exclusively Chimes.
Okay.
But yes, I think so because you've got the people my age, and honestly, I think y'all's age still going to the Chimes. Their rooftop is amazing. I mean, it's LSU, so once you like loop people in, like on a game day situation, the question is, what's going to happen to the varsity?
What is going to happen to the varsity? Is the varsity still playing shows?
The varsity's been kind of like dormant. I think they're under new management now. If the rumors are correct,
we're going to give you a task.
Okay, I'm on the hunt.
You're on the
investigative journalist.
So if you're just now tuning in, you're listening to For Frink's Sake. Normally we talk about.
So let's talk live music next time.
Okay, we're going to talk live music in downtown. That's on your list. Helen has been on for topics such as overrated spots in Baton Rouge. You may have remembered that episode.
I remember
that was
emails.
one of my favorite.
I remember the phone calls.
That is going to be the one that stopped me from getting an Emmy for the Geaux Rouge show.
I remember talking with our sales department.
Yes. So if you're just now tuning in, Helen Frink for Frink's Sake. She's a recurring guest, also co-host. We got about 3 minutes left. So what else do we need to be talking about near and about LSU's campus?
I think what else is
where do I go? Okay, besides Insomnia Cookie, where do I get dessert there? I can go to the Chimes.
I'm not a big dessert person. Okay, but you know what? Have you had the Andy's custard? It's apparently a huge hit. They're opening like 4.
They're over there. Yeah, I had Andy's.
I've never had it
last week, but it's over there by like Lee, by like where the Rouses is at and all that. Ridiculously good.
I figure because they're now opening 4 more locations.
So I live in Sherwood. None of the locations are by Sherwood. I live in Sherwood, and I will take my family all the way back
over
towards campus.
That's commitment.
For Andy's. That's how good they are.
That's how I feel about Whataburger on Seagan, and now they open on Burbank. So maybe that will free up my Seagan Whataburger.
I'm here trying to diet. I'm trying to live a healthy lifestyle.
Okay, I'm going to ruin you. Their Dr. Pepper shake is so good. So good. You heard it here first.
So we need to do an episode about
cream soda freeze at Andy's.
Okay. Maybe I'll stop by Little. Where am I getting wings?
So you're getting wings from City Slice.
City Slice.
And you know what we lack right now? A good Chinese place near or on campus. That's what we're lacking.
Yeah, Nine Dragons decent.
So Nine Dragons is on Nicholson, right?
Yeah, it's campus.
Yeah, but what's the name of the little hibachi place that's like
Taste and See?
Taste and See.
It's fantastic.
Oh, really?
I love the hibachi.
You put the raw food on your plate and they cook it for you.
Yeah, right, that's hibachi. Welcome to the planet.
Helen Frink.
You're not sitting there. You're like normally when I think hibachi, I think the whole show.
I think of the Gladiator. Are you not entertained? I mean, I want the show.
I think of Ichiban, or I think of the one. What's the one over there by Perkins and Bluebonnet? Tokyo Cafe.
I had my birthday there too.
Yeah. Those are when I think of hibachi. I think of you get the whole show. You get the guy flinging shrimp at your face.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a great spot to stop this episode of the Geaux Rouge show.
Shut it down.
Flinging shrimp at your face.
So Helen, we're gonna encourage Helen to come back whenever she wants. Maybe I'll move the show just for you.
No, maybe honestly, we'll see.
I like the idea of a lunch show, and then the restaurant could sponsor that episode. And sponsorship would be great.
It's like out to lunch, but it's in for lunch.
We'll keep working on that. So that's about it for this episode of the Geaux Rouge Radio Show. Brian Haldane on Master Control, Franz Borkart, your host, your consummate host, and Helen Frink, who classes this place up a little bit. So, Brian, is that about it for our time? Oh, no, we got 30 seconds. So listen.
I got a music bed going if you want to just kill it. But
no. We're going to, every single second on this show counts. The dessert at Rock, Paper, Taco.
Oh, yeah. What is it?
I'm not going to spoil it for you. Just go get it.
I'm going to say, just give me the dessert.
Quasi-raw cookie dough. That's
Ooh,
it,
okay,
guys.
I'm scared of that.
We are going to be back not next week for 4th of July, but we're going to come back the following week.
Yeah, see y'all then. I'll be there.
We'll see you guys then.
Book
Y'all
it.
have a great week.
Thank y'all.
Little known fact about narwhals.
Bing bong.
It's not a tusk. It's a tooth.
Isn't it Tuska tooth?
Nope. All right,
Like-
Helen, thank you.
Welcome.
Guys on YouTube, thank you.
Bye, friends.
Thank you for not trolling.
I should put a code word here so I know if my friends actually watched it all the way through. Like Krampus.
You got to watch. You got to go. Are we